second. Okay. All right. So yesterday we were working in the virtual classroom. We're under week 14. And yesterday we were working in a forum called What is Love? And so we're going to continue with what we finished yesterday. And we were looking at some of your responses to the question, what is love? So we have a list of some really good responses. And in your teams, we're going to break out in teams today. We're going to, in fact, use the breakout rooms in Zoom. But in your small teams, I would like for you guys to choose one sentence stem. Remember that a sentence stem is the first part of any given sentence. We looked at some examples yesterday. Today, let's look again at a few. For example, Lisette begins, love is the greatest feeling among human beings. That could be a sentence stem. Okay, it's again the first part of a sentence, and it's going to have a subject and a predicate. Example of a stem. It could be a little bit. Example, love is doing what is in your possibilities. Actually, it could be up to that point. Love is doing what is in your possibilities. What is in your possibilities in order to make someone happy. All right, it could be a little bit longer if you want. Another example. Odalisa's example, love is the care we give to a person, right? So the stem might be up to the word person in this. So in your teams, I'd like for you to choose one sentence stem. You choose from which response, and you also choose how long or short the stem should be. Because today, our next step, once you have your sentence stem, we're going to go into our Microsoft Word document. So if you're looking at my screen, we're in Microsoft Teams. Under Grammar and Context 2, we're going to go under Files. And we're going to go under week 14. Wait for it. Wait for it. Week 14. And there's a document, there's a Word document called, wait for it, love_wisdom. Okay, so this is the document that we're going to work in. You're going to work in your teams. Here in a second, I'm going to include you in your breakout room so that you guys can chat and talk about what stem you want to use. And you can talk about working together and continuing with this activity in this Microsoft Word document. Now I'm going to go ahead and open it up to Word Online. Make it a little easier to get around. So we'll wait for it. Waiting. There we go. So you'll notice what Prope A has already done, but if you look at the very top of the document, you'll see some instructions. All right, so once you guys have chosen as a team one sentence stem that you want to work with, then here we want to extend the sentence stem. And as a team, you're going to have 3 or 4 members in your team. I'd like for you to choose, each member choose one of the following connectors. Number 1, you can choose the connector so. So is going to indicate a consequence. All right, so you're going to think about your sentence stem. You're going to use the connector so, and then you're going to provide an example of a consequence to the stem that you chose. You could also choose the connector but to show contrast. So you're going to extend the sentence stem, include the connector but, and then offer a contrast. Or you could choose the connector because to indicate a reason or a cause based, again, on the same sentence stem. So all 3 or 4 of you are going to begin each of your sentences the same based on the sentence stem, and then each one of you is going to choose one of the following connectors: so, but, or because, and then finish your sentence. Now, as you finish your sentences, I'd like for you to organize your section as follows, and I'm going to highlight here my example, and then you can look at team 1 from Prope A as an example as well. All right, each of you, of course, you're going to have your level 3 heading, the team number, and your names. Then below that, you should include the sentence stem as a level 4 heading, right? Remember, under styles, you can select your headings. Okay, so in this case, we're going to use the level 4 heading, and I would include your sentence stem. I would write it out, and then you can use an ellipsis, dot, 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 to indicate that it's, again, just the sentence stem. Then underneath your level 4 heading, you'll list out 1 through 3 or 4, depending on how many members in your team, and write out your sentence. Once you've concluded your sentence, I would ask that in parentheses you indicate your name so we know who wrote which sentence. Now, if you have 4 members of your team, of course, 2 of you are going to be using the same connector. That's fine. But each one of you will conclude the sentence differently. So each one of you can make up however you want to conclude the sentence. All right, so this is what we're going to be working on today. I'd like for you guys to work together in not only indicating or determining the sentence stem, but also I would like for you to check each other's work. Once you've completed your sentence, provide feedback to your teammates as necessary. Okay, checking for grammar, punctuation, capitalization, making sure that the sentences and the clauses are complete, verb tenses, etc. So before we divide up into teams, are there any questions regarding today's activity?
Yes, can you repeat the connection words we may use?
Yes. And again, if you're looking at my screen, and when you get into the Word document at the very top, you'll find the instructions. Okay, so in the instructions, I've indicated that here you can choose one of 3 connectors only. Okay, so we're only going to use one of these 3 connectors, or you're going to use only one of these 3. It could be so, the connector so, all right? And in this case, it's going to indicate a consequence. Whatever happens in your sentence stem, so as a consequence, right? If you want to think of it like that, that's one of the connectors. So the second choice is the connector but. Okay, but indicates contrast. Or you could choose the connector because, and this type of connector is going to indicate some sort of reason or some sort of cause that comes from your sentence stem. All right, so basically we're going to have 3 versions of the same sentence stem, but one to show consequence, another to show contrast, and another to show a reason or a cause. I would like for all of the sentences to begin with the sentence stem, and then again, each one of you is going to conclude the sentence depending on your respective. All right, does that answer your question, Oscar?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Any other questions, guys, regarding today's activity before we break out into teams? All right, if there are no more questions, just to clarify, I have the following. These are the teams, and I'm gonna set up breakout rooms here in Zoom as follows. So team number 1, I have Caro, Marifer, Paulina, Wendy. Team number 2, Stacy, Nigeli, Odalis, y Paulo. Team 3, Andy, Angel, Braulio. And team 4, got Liz, Monse, and Oscar. If I'm missing anyone, let me know, and I'll put you into one of these 4 teams. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and manually create the rooms. We're going to get together in our in main room that we're in now about 1:50. I'll be online here. Let me know if you have questions. I'll be trying to also check the chat if you want to post questions in the chat or even in the Word document. All right, so let me go ahead and set up the rooms.
Ben,
Yes.
I don't have a team.
I'm sorry?
I think I don't have a team.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Okay, I'm sorry. Who is
Sylvia.
this? Sylvia. Okay. All right, Sylvia, I will put you in team 3. I think. Let me pull up, make sure, see who all's here, and then I'll put you in a team, Sylvia. So no worries. All right. So 1 second. So as you are put into your rooms, go ahead and begin working on today's activity. So we got Caro, team 1, Caro, Marifer, Paulina, and Wendy. And breakout room number 2, Stacy. Okay, I don't see Nigeli. Odalis. Paulo. Okay, Sylvia, I'll go ahead and put you in breakout room 2.
Okay. Thanks.
And okay, you're welcome. Team 3, we got Andy, Angel. I don't see Braulio yet. I'll tell you, let's see. Well, let's see how it goes here. So team 4, we got Liz. Let's see, I missed Odalis. So team 2, I think I made a mistake here in team 2. Yeah, I think I put Oscar, sorry, I put you in the wrong room. So Oscar, I'm going to move you to room 4. Sorry about that. And let's see, who are we missing? Got Liz. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open up the rooms and go ahead and go into your rooms. And if I'm missing someone, I'll try to get you into your right rooms. Okay, Monse, let me move you to room 4. And let's see, Odalis should be in team 2. Okay, guys. If you have any questions or issues about getting into your breakout room, let me know. Okay, Montse, Paulina, let me know, guys, if you are having some problems getting into your rooms. Montse, I have you for breakout room number 4. Paulina, breakout room number 1.
I don't see the breakout room.
Okay, do you see breakout room number 4?
No. Yesterday, when you sent me to that one, a message appeared in my screen, and today that is nothing.
Okay, maybe try to exit, Montse, and then come back and see if it appears, okay?
Okay.
All right, guys, I think we'll go ahead and conclude. To summarize today's activity, yesterday we started answering the question, what is love? You guys responded. We created a good list of some responses to that question, what is love? Today we took sentence stems from those examples from yesterday. Each team decided on one sentence stem to build your sentences. And we are looking at the following connectors. So, but, and because. So for next class, try to have completed your sentences. Make sure you follow the format here. I'm looking at, looks like team 4 has a good start. I would single space between each sentence just to keep everything together. Sentence 2 is coming along fine, and I'm sorry, team 2 and team 3 also coming together nicely. But I would list each sentence, number each sentence, 1 through 4 in the case, in most of your cases, since there are 4 members in your team. And finally, make sure that you're working together and checking each other's work, and you're respectfully providing feedback to your partners when necessary. All right, so even though you're working on your individual sentence, please make sure that you're checking the work of your teammates and providing respectful feedback. Once you have completed the task, I will also go in and look at your work and also provide some feedback to the whole team. Tomorrow, we're going to continue this activity. We're going to introduce the idea of wisdom, but we're going to continue working with sentence stems and also these 3 connectors, so, but, and because. Right? As I mentioned before, these are 3 really key types of connectors because, again, it forces us to think in terms of consequences, contrasting ideas, and reasons or causes related to our sentence stem. Okay, so we're going to continue this activity tomorrow and look at the concept wisdom, try to bring together the concepts of love and wisdom. Any questions, guys, regarding today's activity? All right. I guess then if there are no more questions, we'll go ahead and conclude today's class. And we'll see everybody tomorrow. We'll continue with this activity. And again, like I mentioned before, we'll look at the idea of wisdom. All right. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.